So I don't know about you, but on the Emotiva BasX A-300, I kind of feel like these rails are a bit boring. So if you grab a number 10 Torx bit, you can actually take out these screws and both of these brackets come off. And I'll show you how to sand it, paint it, and it's really that easy. I'm not even going to prime it or anything just because it's not really going anywhere. It's just hanging out right here. The conditions aren't crazy. So let's, yeah, just going to get started by unscrewing it. Once again, it's a number 10 Torx bit. Here it is. Came right off. No problems there. I just grabbed a piece of really tough sandpaper. I think this is probably 100 grit. And I just put it on the sanding block, and I'm going back and forth. What you'll see is the black color start to come up, and you'll see a silver come up after that. It looks like this. And honestly, that kind of looks, to me, a lot cooler than the standard black. But I'll keep going down, and I'll take it, you know, till at least the smoothness is sort of gone, so the paint has something, the new paint has something to grip onto. I should mention that you can actually buy these attachments on Emotiva's website, so if you wanted to keep a normal pair and a painted pair, you could totally do that. Also keep in mind, if you purchased an amp recently on that special where they give you like credit towards a new purchase, you can actually get these for either really cheap or free. Anyway, what I'm doing is once again just putting this, making like my own surface to sand on, and just going back and forth, and there's no real rhyme or reason or pattern. I'm just trying to get rid of this black finish, and here's how I'm doing it. So I'm just going in a circular pattern to make it easier for me, and I'm just trying to be somewhat even. And I just want, like I said, I think that looks a lot cooler, really. But I just want to kind of get rid of a lot of this crap so the paint has something to grip onto, and you'll see it come off all over your hands. That's probably good enough for the paint, wouldn't you say? Especially since it's not going anywhere. So I'll start on the other one and resume when I'm all good. And that is definitely good enough for me. Just removing a lot of that material will make this look a lot cooler when you put the paint on. And you definitely want to clean this with some sort of alcohol. I just have a paper towel here and some isopropyl alcohol. And because you do this basically because you don't want the paint to stick to the parts that we just removed but are still on there, because then the paint will just come right off. So if you clean all the remnants off with alcohol, or I mean, honestly, even water would do fine if you're in a pinch. Also, don't do this if you have any cuts on your hands, because it'll hurt a lot. Ask me why I know that. So that should be good. So they're cleaned, they're sanded, they're cleaned, and now they're ready for paint. I'm thinking maybe going all white for this. I don't know. I'll go look at my paint and see what I think would look cool. How's this for masculinity? A nice Easter basket for all my paint. Anyway, I kind of hate the way a lot of audio gear looks. Like, you know, it's always like black or really boring, or like no displays, no VU meters, you know, until you go to like really high-end stuff. So anytime I can customize something, or, you know, make something that's kind of stands out and is more expressive, I like to at least try it, you know. And 9 times out of 10, it, you know, it kind of looks like crap, but it's always like unique, you know. It's mine. You saw the case or the rack in the beginning of the video. It's like red with all this color and stuff, you know. Every HiFi rack is like brown or black or like gray or white, you know. There's never like any pop. So I tried to. It didn't really turn out perfectly, but it, you know, it's definitely unique, and it was something I'm kind of proud of. So anyway, let's see. A coral could be cool. I'm trying to think of like what could contrast the black really well. I really like this. It's a pebble. Quarry pebble, which is basically like a grayish white. Green would be actually awesome, especially if it's, you know what I mean, if it's on that black. It'll be a darker green. Green might be the winner, but then I'm gonna have green trim pieces and then a red component rack, and that's kind of like, you know, Christmas, which is my favorite holiday, but still, Here we have a grape/raisin. That might be a cool color. Obviously, this is the point where you can get really creative here. Between purple, this grape purple, and this darkish, or this, yeah, darkish white. I could go one and the other, which would actually be even more unique. Let's do that. I'll start with the white, and if I don't like it, I'll paint it with the purple. So a lot of people ask me why my videos are in black and white, and I should probably make this video in color, especially because we're dealing with paint, right? So this is just a glass of water, warm water, and then a normal paintbrush. I should have a surface to paint on. I'll just use this same paper towel. I'm really not neat when it comes to painting. I don't really pay much attention, especially if it's a minor cosmetic thing like this. I will be sanding and restoring a pair of massive Scott floor standing speakers, and that I'll definitely take my time on. But for something like this, absolutely not. So I'll do one at a time. Let's pour a little paint here. Now this is acrylic based paint. Some people don't like to use water with acrylics. I'm kind of impartial. I just do it. So do I want the white, the sort of like silver distressed look to stand out? I think I do. I think that's what makes the whole sanding thing kind of worth it. You're not only giving the paint something to grab hold of, but you're also giving it some texture and customization. I'll use this white. How's everyone's day going, by the way? These are weird days, aren't they? They kind of all blend together. Okay. So there's going to be obviously some remnants of purple here, but that is totally cool. Just seeing which one I like better. Already I like the white one better. It's taking to the paint. I mean, it's taking to the surface a lot better. I'll try to make my brush strokes even here. The paint is getting all up in this slot for the screw. Take that out with a Q-tip, of course. You're really going to have to let it dry because it's going to seep into the spots that we sanded, and then if we sand it again, it'll remain in the spots that we previously sanded, and it'll give us like this really cool look, kind of like this purple one is turning out already. See, it's like got like a purple haze, to use that phrase. Okay, clean this out. That looks kind of cool. And then the white is kind of interesting. Experimenting with two colors. What do you guys like most? Kind of like both. I might do one and one and the other. All right, so I'm going to let this dry out. I'll turn on a fan. I'll let it go. I might have to do another coat because it's really not extremely bold. But yeah, this is how you do it. So I couldn't decide between white and purple, so I'm just going to really do one of each. I really like the way they're both turning out. So I emptied this water, I cleaned the brush, and then I did the purple, and then I'm going to do another coat of the white. So this is only my second coat on the purple, and I let it dry for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. I'm just going in one direction and trying not to get too much paint in the screw hole. It's really taking the brush stroke in a really unique way. So you can actually do like a design like that, and it shows through. So that's kind of unique. This one I'll definitely take more layers of paint to get it where I want, but that's cool. And acrylic dries really fast. That's why I like using it. Okay, cool. I'm gonna clean out my brush, rearrange these, put them in front of the fan, and then move on to coat number 3. This is coat number 3. Once again, just change out the water, let it dry for a few minutes under the fan. When I say a few minutes, I really do mean a few minutes. Also, don't think that this is like the only way to do this. I'm just, kind of bored on a Wednesday night. I figured this was better than sitting around. I've been putting off painting these, so yeah, just trying to have some fun here. I'll do the purple first. And I'm just using a random FedEx package. Try to recycle here. Alright. This might be my last coat for the purple because I really like the way it's turned out. I know it's really hard to see the color, but how's that? Oh, that's better. I like the lighter purple effect. And you can see with the sanding, like these edges are silver and the rest is the black, right? And so I really dug in the sanding on this edge here. So that might be something you like, that might be something you hate. I personally think I really do like it. Yeah, and see, the more paint that I remove, the more the black shows through and the more the silver shows through. So you can get really creative here. Alright, awesome. I'm going to leave that just like that. The white is not turning out perfect, but you know, live and learn. Alright. Here's the third coat of the white. Just using a little bit of paint. Trying to not have the brush be extremely damp. Well, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? Nice. It's getting a little nervous there for a minute. That's cool. Almost looks green. The black coming through with this grayish white. It almost looks green. The black looks almost green, I mean. Okay, sick. So, the holes, the screw holes are a little annoying because they collect paint. In this instance, so I'm just kind of taking a cotton swab and going through and trying to remove it. Nice. Okay, no fingerprints. Cool. I think that might be it. 3 coats kind of looks good. I like how it's like kind of muted. It's not overly painted. The purple just kind of looks black on my phone screen here, but the white one you can definitely see it looks white. So I'm gonna give it another few minutes and I'll be back. Check this out. I forgot I had this. It's a clear coat, Rust-Oleum brand. Works on wood, metal, plastic, and more. Might as well just give it a shot of this, right? Gloss it right up. I definitely have the fan running. Probably need a respirator. Should probably do this outside, but I'm just gonna hit it with one coat. I'm gonna turn the fan off for the one coat. Put my shirt over my nose, like the old school guys. All right. Alright, fan going right back on. I'm gonna leave the room and let that dry. Alright, cool. It is now the second day. Everything is dried. Last night before I went to bed, I just hit this with a little bit of purple. So it's now like more pink because the white wasn't looking too good. So, but I think this looks a lot better. The clear coat, I obviously reapplied the clear coat and yeah, I sanded everything down a little bit, just the edges because there was some paint runoff. And alright, let's see how this looks on the amplifier when I install it. Here's what the amplifier looks without the side pieces. And now here's what it looks like with the new trim pieces. I think I like that a lot better. Left side is more of a muted pink, right? And then the right side is like the purple, darkish purple with the silver and black coming through. Definitely dig this, a lot more custom. I really do prefer it over the original black, so alright. If anyone has any questions on this process, please let me know. And yeah man, have fun with this. Thanks for watching.